Hey guys, and welcome back to Factorio. Right, first things first, what I want to do is I am going to show you one of the greatest uses for underground belt in the world, and that's for completely destroying all of the electricity that you're using in your factory. Seems legit? Seems legit. No. What I'm doing is I'm going to use pipe to ground here and here. Unfortunately, like I think I've mentioned it before, in this series. I've mentioned it before in all my other fucking series because it's one of those things that really pisses me off. You can't place pipe to ground like you place electric poles. You know how I done the drag thing, where you can like drag them along and it places at max. It doesn't do it with underground pipes, which is super annoying. It doesn't do it with underground belts either. It just does that, which is equally annoying. But whatever. Right, now we're getting some stone brick made. Let's yes, perfect. Let's get our path continued along a bit. Try to get all the way over to there. Okay. There we are. Basically what we're after is we want the... we want this path not to have anything on it whatsoever. That's including belts. And we're going to run boxes. Let's grab 5 of those. And do that. Okay, get a fast inserter from here. And shove it into a steel chest. Alright. And then what that means is that whenever we need to pick up any electronic circuits, all we need to do is run along here and look for the box with electronic circuits in it, and we can just pick them up. Easy as that. You can do the same thing with absolutely anything in the game. Alright, so we've got our electric furnaces, which we aren't going to build for a little while. But let us grab... what are we after? We could go down combat robotics way. I'm not really feeling it though. Military. What do I need for the next military? God, I can't. You need to understand that all of these icons have changed very recently, so it's very difficult for me to. There we go. That's what I want. So I need rocketry done. And for rocketry, I need explosives. So let's just get explosives. Done. Right. One thing that I definitely want is I'm going to want to grab some. First off, I want to get rid of this shit here. Then I want to get some automated inserters done. Because making inserters by hand is a pain in the ass, and we're going to need a lot of them. Alright, you there, you there. Looks like power's a bit screwed. Why? Performance is low? Why is performance low? Ah. That's why. Well, that's mighty silly. There we go, do that, and... There we go. There we go, that's what we call an insertion, so... Basically stuff will only go on if, it's a side load insertion, so stuff here will only go on if this stuff gives it room. So this here takes precedent over the stuff coming in from the other sides. Which obviously this here isn't an awful lot, but it kind of makes sense to do it like this. Because that means that this will run out before this stuff gets used. If that makes any sense. Although, that is only going down on one side. Let's just do that. So that'll now balance that, because it's only coming down on one side, that'll balance it evenly between each side now. I might want it entirely on that side, but it doesn't make any difference. Alright, that main drill can leave. Alright, we're good there. Still got copper. Copper's fine. We do some more iron, it looks like. Grab his 200 stone brick. And get to building the path. There we go. Now we've got a path all the way to here. Two, three, four, five, done. Right. And what we're going to want is, we're going to want to have these getting brought down towards the path. In theory. I'm still not sure if I'm going to do that or not, but in theory we do. Right, let's get flammables, because that's what's required. What do I need for this? Electronic circuits and gears. Right, what I want is I want this to come this way. Okay. And I want this ore to get used before any other ore. So in order to do that, what we do is that there. And then we go, let's just go under here. I think what we need. Oh, that works. There we go. It's kind of janky, but it does what I want. Sure. Yeah, that works. I'm not too bothered. Actually, I say it's a bit janky because it's like hella janky. Not like that's much better, but it makes me slightly happier with the situation. There we go. Sure. Sure. It works. It does exactly what I want it to. Exactly what it says in the tin, so. Jobs are good, I suppose. Right, steel plate's done. All this is fine, that's going exactly where it needs to go. I've pretty much decided that that doesn't need to be there anymore. Alright, sweet. No, that does need to be like that though. Okay, next on the docket is probably going to be some oil setup. So I don't know if we've got that done yet. Oh, look at all the junk I've got in my inventory. Oh, were we upgrading all of this stuff? I'm not sure. Well, that can do that anyway. Needless to say. Right, what oil stuff have we got? Engines aren't really needed, laser turrets aren't needed. Let's get the next tool belt. Something I forgot to mention that someone mentioned in the comment section, I'm not sure if you figured it out yet or not, but down here at your toolbar, it's the keys 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and if you want to access this side, it's not 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, it's actually quite intelligent. It is shift 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, so you've got a modifier for it. At least that's the basic values, or the default values. And once again, it's Factorio, so all of that stuff is rebindable, so you don't need to worry about that. But that's pretty cool. So it means that instead of you needing to like reach all the way over to 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, you can like quick access them with shift. Which obviously is no new thing or anything, it's just a smart choice. Because like, some of you may have played Minecraft. I know it's one of those games, it's quite a niche game that not many people have played Minecraft, but some of you may have indeed played Minecraft, and you will know that once you get to those sides of your inventory, you don't push the keys, you just scroll wheel. So it does make a lot of sense to have them as a modifier instead of just a flat key. Right, beautiful. Now I've got a load of wood that I can get rid of, and I can eat some fish because I hate having it in my inventory. I like having this steel here that is literally just for like getting rid of the wood and making a little bit of steel for us. Alright, that's pretty awesome. Okay, next on the docket's probably, I was going to say speed up these, but they're all speeded up. What are you missing? Are you missing anything? Yes, you're missing inserters. Why are you missing inserters? Because you're not getting these fast enough. You're not getting these fast enough. Probably because of this, is what I'm going to say. And is that why you're not getting stuff fast enough? Yes, it was. Great. Great success. Now I'm going to get that faster, which should kick on everything else. Beautiful. Okay, next thing is definitely going to be oil though. So let's get... Where's our oil? The droplets. I'm going to need to go and check out everything else in a wee bit as well. Our oil droplets are... I'm sure there was one around here. Oh, there's one there, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We've got a lot of oil on this. Now we've got some really close there, so we've got 9 oil to begin with. That's 1, 2 there, I'm going to need more iron. So that's 2, 2 to 2, 2 to 2, 2, 2. That's 7, 8, 9. There we go, so that'll just slowly get crafted in my pocket while I nip out and explore the rest of the shizzle whizzle that's going down. Because we need oil to get plastic bars, we need plastic bars in order to get red circuits, we need red circuits in order to get blue science. And that's pretty much the quick jump of where you need to go from from as soon as you get oil. Like, I tend to go oil, set up blue science really quick, and then from blue science get advanced oil processing, which saves you oil in the long run, so you don't need to really deal with oil that much. But as I've already pointed out, we have a ton of oil. I don't even care what the yields are, to be honest. That's not really one of those things you need to pay much attention to. Obviously it helps having better yields, but you don't need them, so why worry? Oh, and you see we've got our second tool belt. I forgot about the research. We've got the second tool belt research down the bottom. So if you want to swap between the tool belts, it's X by default. So you just hit X and it wiggles them. There's no way to access the lower tool belt directly. You just need to push X, make it the upper tool belt, and then it's just the same keys as usual. Oh, looks like we've got a little big base issue here. Right, so I'm going to shove you there, and I'm going to shove the magazines here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be an idiot and dump all my ammo into the one fucking thing. And lose one of them. That's the type of guy I am. Alright. I now need to grab you. Shove you up here. Shove some ammo in you. Shove you there. Alright. And I have a grand total of 0 shotgun shells. So let's toss some of those. And I'm just going to need to use my regular ammo here apparently. Ah. Annoyingly I didn't pick up any before I left. There we go, let's head back to base and we'll pick up some more ammo for these. They're just going to rack up their kill counts. Right, military 3, that's what I'm after. I'm after some poison capsules and the auto shotgun. The reason I'm after the poison capsules is poison capsules will destroy any and all fucking bases with, like, no issue whatsoever. So, you see what we're doing right now? Don't even need to do that. You just run in, drop all of the poison capsules, run out, jobs are good, and base destroyed. Right, that's 400 rounds for me, that's exactly what I was after, thank you very much. So it's got 7 pump jacks now, we're getting close. Then what I'm going to want is... let's make 3 of those. Destroy them. Yes, it's been damaged. I don't think it's been damaged for very long. I was going to say, do I have any repair packs? I do. So let's head over here and repair some of these. Beautiful. Right, let's sit and shoot this son of a bitch. That'll take me a little while, but yeah. It needs doing, and I don't have any shotgun shells. I also don't have any piercing rounds, which is something that I really should have crafted. So I should have made some piercing rounds. I should have made some piercing rounds automatically. Alright, I'm going to shove you down. There we go. I don't know why, I feel like you get 4 plus 0.4 physical. Yeah, they do. So it only makes sense for me to step these guys forward as opposed to using my own weapons. There we go. Alright, let's just keep repairing him. He'll just take everything out from me. That's making it all a little bit cheaper on my ammunition supplies. Oh my god. There we go. Right. Now I'm going to help these guys so they don't get shot at while they're rapidly destroying all the bases for me. Okay. Alright, let's... I just started meleeing the thing. You notice that your character will do that. There you go. Yeah, your character will just start meleeing stuff if he runs out of ammo, which is hilarious and it does no fucking damage. But he will do that. But unfortunately that's all that I've got time for in this episode, so do remember that if you've enjoyed this episode to drop a like down below and subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But as always, I've been Steejo, you've been awesome, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.